everybody, welcome back to another Final Order Cutoff video. This Final Order Cutoff will be for today for the Marvel and other non-DC comics. Let's get started with something a little different from what I normally look at, but here's something from Dark Horse Comics. So we have Norse Mythology #1, and this is an adaptation of Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology book. And so any Neil Gaiman fans or any sci-fi fantasy type fans may want to take a look at this book. Next up is Image Comics, and on this Final Order Cutoff they have quite a bit that you can put into order. So first up is The Walking Dead Deluxe #1, and so this is exactly as it sounds. It is repeating the Walking Dead series, but now it is going to be in color. And so there's a lot of different covers, including one cover that is a connecting variant for, I believe, the first several issues, and that's the one on the bottom right. Then we have a new series here called Getting It Together, and it does kind of sound like a Friends type of book, and as you can see, the one cover does pay homage to the Friends opening credits. Then we've got a couple other ongoing series for Image. We've got Die #14, Firepower #4, and Inkblot #2. So if you're thinking on jumping in on any of these series, put your order into your LCS. Next up is another one I don't talk about too much. We have IDW Publishing. And IDW has Star Wars Adventures #1 coming out this week. It has a cover A, a cover B, and the one on the right is the 1 in 25 variant. It also has a 1 in 10 variant, but the art is not available for that one yet. This looks like it's supposed to be a series following Poe, Rey, and Finn, and then also it has a secondary story for Darth Vader. Next up we have one of my favorites, Boom Studios. We've had some reprints for #1 for this series, so now it's time for #2 for We Only Find Them When They're Dead. And so there's cover A on the left, cover B in the middle, and then there's a 1 in 10 variant for this one. My favorite is that cover B with the red cover. It just is really beautiful art. And finally, let's wrap up this FOC video with Marvel Comics. For this first one, we've got a couple random comics that Marvel has on the order this week. We have Fantastic Four #24 second printing variant, and Fantastic Four #24 I believe comes out this week, and so it's interesting they've got that second print already going. We also have Marvel Snapshots #1, which looks like it could be an interesting series, and finally Black Widow #2 is on this order, and I'm showing here the J. Scott Campbell variant, so if you picked up the one for #1, you may be interested in getting your order in for this variant as well. And if you're interested in collecting the Alex Ross variants, there are several this week. Here's 2 of them. You'll see a couple more pop up as we go along. Then we've got Marauders #13 on the order this week. There are several variants for this one, including the Alex Ross variant and this horror variant on the right, and then of course the Fortnite variant that's been going around on several series. There's also a Stephanie Hans variant that the Image is not available for yet. It's interesting that there are so many variants on this one. I don't know if something special is going on. It is issue 13, but I really like the Marauders series, so I'm going to get at least the Alex Ross, probably the Stephanie Hans, even though I don't see the art, and then the regular cover as usual. And then we've got 2 series that tie into the Outlawed event, The Magnificent Miss Marvel #15 and Miles Morales Spider-Man #19, in which we should see some more action from the Miles Morales clone. The book that's been pretty hot recently has been Thor. And so for #8, we have several different variant covers, including the Alex Ross, and then we have the horror Frankenstein one, as well as a 1 in 25 by Nick Klein on the right. And one I'm really looking forward to seeing come out is this Champions #1. I loved reading the Champions series before, I know this is a mini series for the Outlawed event, but I really am looking forward to this whole series. And some interesting things is there's a lot of covers on this one, so I imagine something's going to go down in it. We see that front and center we have the Peach Momoko 1 in 50 variant, so if you're able to get a pre-order in on that, do it. You won't regret getting that one. But another cover that interests me is the Simone De Mayo one, which is right next to that on the right. Finally, I'm going to leave you with a mystery here. We have Venom 27 third print on the final order cutoff this week, but we do not have an image for it. My best guess is that it's probably going to be Anne in the Agent Venom suit, but we don't know for sure yet what that's going to be. I still think it's going to be an interesting cover, to say the least, because that had a lot going on in the issue. As always, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave a comment of what you're putting in for your final order cutoff orders.